Hey family, I am on again. Hey y'all. Hopefully this is going to be a little bit better. I had to get rid of that second stream. I am so sorry about that, y'all. I apologize. But let's go into it. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and just break down what he did. What he did in the first 18 minutes of it. I'm going to break that down so we can move into the meat of the matter, because the meat of the matter is going to be a little bit further on into the interview. Hold on, y'all. But we're going to go there. All right, there we go. We're going to go there. All right. Yes, I'm back. So I'm gonna let some of y'all get back in here real quick, but we're just gonna run through the points that I made. That was so weird how that happened, but they probably got monitors out there, monitoring what everybody's saying about this whole conversation that he had with Charlamagne the God. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into. I'm gonna go back to the conversation. So let me share my screen. And then we're going to be real quick with it. Let me see. Let me share my screen. And let's see. I'll share my screen. And I'm going to go to a conversation. Okay. So I backed it up to 123 because that's where we started. Basically, what he's saying here, and I'll go to 118 so y'all can just kind of see where he's going.
I just feel like something happened, and I feel like it's just I needed just a way to kind of like communicate,
So what he's saying, just like I said before, is that something happened, but he's not saying what happened. Okay, he's not saying what happened. And as I told y'all before, when you're dealing with demonic contracts, and you can't sell your soul, people think that you can sell your soul. You can't sell your soul. Okay, but you can sell your allegiance. Your soul, it doesn't belong to you. So you can't sell what doesn't belong to you. Okay, but you can sell your allegiance to the enemy. Okay, so he did admit that something happened. He just never said what. So now we're gonna go to 150 because I want him to, for those of you coming back in and some that might be catching it on the first time round, let's go to 144. So we're gonna kind of look and see.
I've always been that person to always see things through with the people that shared experiences with me.
Okay, so now he's talking about shared experiences with him. Okay, and that's super important when you're talking about sharing an experience with somebody. He's not saying that shared an experience, or he's not saying that came to the show, enjoyed the show, enjoyed what they were, enjoyed what the show was, how he brought his, whatever. He's not saying that. What he's saying is, hello to you in the Netherlands. God bless you. What he's saying is shared experience, but he never says what experience that was. First, he said something happened. He never said what happened. Now he's saying people that shared experiences with him. But this is a concert. This is a show. So I want to understand, what was that experience? What were y'all sharing? I got questions. Like I said before, I got questions. Okay, so let's jump over here to 253. I want to go in just a little bit. Let me go in a little bit before that, and so y'all can hear what he said about the attorneys, or the legalities of what's happening what's happening with the families now. So let me let y'all hear what
with the aftermath of everything. Just emotionally, just you as a human.
I've been just in a room for a while,
let me go to 228.
a lot of thoughts.
228. So we're gonna talk about what's happening with the legalities.
It's not about that. It's you're artist, whoever people think you are, but at the end of the day, you're a human being, and you have emotions. You want to
the litigation you may be facing?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course you got people that's just like, oh, what, like, you know, but it's not about that. You know, it's, you know, you're an artist, you whoever people think you are, but at the end of the day.
Okay, so he said that basically when Charlamagne asked him, he said, well, you know, what about the litigation? You know, is this something about the litigation you may be facing? And like I said before, he said it's not about that, but it absolutely is about that, because every great attorney knows, and PR press team or whatever you want to, you know, call it. If you the first thing that you want to do in a situation like this is you want to try to appeal to the hearts of the people that are basically not, you know, they're suing you. They want answers, and if you can't give them answers, then you need to pay for what they feel like you did. So the best thing to do, any good PR team is going to put together some type of interview just like this, so you can try to appeal to the hearts of the people, because it's about the emotion. Okay. And he states that later. I mean, this right here, to me, it was just business. It wasn't anything about it that was heartfelt. There was, you know, when he asked him about, you know, the you know, did it have anything to do with the, you know, basically the lawsuits or the legal, you know, matters that he might have been facing, he said no, it's not about that, but it absolutely is. Because if you can appeal to the hearts of the people, you could watch a show. If I'm suing you or somebody's suing you, you could watch a show like this, and it could appeal to your emotion, and in that moment you could pick up the phone and say, listen, I want to withdraw my lawsuit, if whatever you say strike them in that way. You see what I'm saying? So this is something that any great PR team, any great legal team would try to put together to try and appeal to the people. And not only that, to continue to garner the support of his fan base. Okay. So I mean, it is absolutely about the, you know, the legalities, because I mean, if it was about the, if it was about the families and what he really felt, then it would have been an apology on the night of, when he was, you know, in the camera saying, oh, you know, I just can't imagine anything like this happening. You know, he was doing all of that in the camera. And so it's like, okay, but that wasn't an apology. You know, that just was not an apology. So if it was really about what you felt, you know, if it was a heartfelt thing, then you would have been saying sorry from day one. He didn't do that. Okay, but let's move on. So let's see, where is he now? Okay, so let's go into 250. I'm gonna let this play a little bit so y'all can see what he says he's been doing.
You have emotions. You want to communicate them emotions, you know.
There you go.
And trying to find the best way to communicate.
You want to communicate.
How you just feeling, you know.
How have you been coping with the aftermath of everything? Just emotionally, just you as a human.
I've been just in a room for a while, you know, a lot of thoughts, and luckily, you know, you have people around that you can kind of bounce.
Okay, so he said that he was in a room, like I told y'all before. He said he was in a room, but he was actually, days after the event, he was actually on the golf course, on a private golf course that is, I think the membership to the golf course is like something like several $1,000s a year for the golf. I mean, he was out there with Mark Wahlberg and Michael Jordan. Now it was the holiday, it was Thanksgiving, and I know Travis Scott fans are probably going to say, well, the man can't even go out on Thanksgiving. I mean, he just had something tragic happen. But like I said in the last video, in light of everything that has happened, in light of everything that went on here, the last thing you want to do is be out in a public place, being seen, somewhat enjoying yourself or relaxing, you know, when you got people that are absolutely, you know, in turmoil because they lost loved ones at your show. I just didn't think it was a good look. But I mean, people have their opinions, and, you know, everybody is entitled to that. So he said, basically, he said that it wasn't about the lawsuits, which was a lie. Okay. He said that he was in a room. Basically, that's where he's been, is in a room. That's a lie too, because he was out on the golf course, and then he was seen other places as well. So we're going to skip on over to 4. Let's go back a little bit. I'm going to take y'all to 419 because I want y'all to hear what he says about when he found out what had happened in the show.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that night, man. When did you find out things got as bad as they did? That's the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah, it wasn't
Fair
really
use,
until
fair
like
use.
minutes until like the press conference until I figured out exactly what happened. You know, even after the show, you know, you just kind of hearing things, but you don't know. I didn't know the exact details until, you know, minutes before the press conference. And even at that moment, you kind of just like, wait, you know, what? Like, you know, you just went through something and it's just like, wait.
Hold on. Didn't he say at first he said it was minutes into the press conference? Then he said minutes after the okay, let's listen to that again. Hold
like
on.
Some fan came and asked for a photo. But yeah.
Now, let's talk about that night, man. When did you find out things got as bad as they did? Now, that's the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah, it wasn't really until like minutes until like the press conference until I figured out exactly what happened. You know, even after the show, you know, you just kind of hearing things, but you don't know. I didn't know the exact details until, you know, minutes before the press conference.
Minutes
and
into,
even at that
then
moment,
minutes
you
before.
kind of just like, wait, you know, what? Like, you know, you just went through something and it's just like, wait, what? You know.
So you didn't know people that actually passed away and stuff?
Nah.
Wow.
Okay. I want to see if y'all paid attention to detail. He said that he didn't understand what had happened until at first he said minutes into the press conference. Then he said minutes before the press conference. Okay. That's when he found out what had happened. Okay. And he said he was like, wait, what? I mean, you know, you just went through something. Oh, tell us about what you just went through. Carry on. I want to know what you just went through. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? These are his words. He's saying like, wait, he's listening as they're telling him things. And he's like, wait, what? I mean, you just went through something. Yeah. So what did you just go through, Travis? Can you tell us about that? What did you just go through? Oh, is that ritual that you keep denying? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Y'all gotta listen carefully. Listen carefully. Y'all heard what he said? Y'all heard what he said. Y'all need to hear that one more time. Listen, listen. Listen to this. Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about that night, man. When did you find out things got as bad as they did? Now, that's the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah, it wasn't really until like minutes until like the press conference until I figured out exactly what happened. You know, even after the show, you know, you just kind of hearing things, but you don't know. I didn't know the exact details until, you know, minutes before the press conference. And even at that moment, you kind of just like, wait, you know, what? Like, you know, you just went through something and it's just like, wait, what? You know.
So you didn't know people that actually passed away and stuff?
Nah.
Wow.
Until minutes before, you know, which is, yeah, you know, and the thing is like, you know, people.
Again, my question to you, Travis, is what did you just go through? I mean, you just went through something. You were in the press conference and you're just now, you say you're just now hearing this. You're just now hearing at press that this has happened at your show. So you're like, wait, what? I mean, you just went through something. Okay, so what did you just go through is my question. I want to know what you just went through. Is that not a valid question? Talk to me. I want to know, is that not a valid question? What did you just go through? What was that? Because from what you say, it was just a show. So if you're performing, how are you performing and going through something at the same time? I want to know, because this was supposed to be a show. So what are you talking about? What did you just go through? This, according to you, Travis, it was a normal show. You said that it was a normal show. So why are you now at the press conference saying to yourself or saying to the people around you that, wait, what? I mean, you just went through something. These are his words, y'all. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. This is what the man said. Is it not what he said? I'm just telling y'all what he said. So I want to know, my question to you again, Travis, is what did you just go through? Because you said that it was like a normal show. This is what you said. You know, this is what you are putting out there to the people. So what did you just go through? All right, let's keep moving because I'm still on that. What did you just go through? I need to know that. All right, so let's move on to 520. We're gonna go on to 520. We're gonna talk about this thing. So let's go a little further. Let's go a little further into it. Now he's going to talk about when did he actually hear the people screaming. Okay, let's see what he says.
But something like that, it's just like
fair use.
Yeah, people said they collectively heard folks screaming help every time you stopped the song to get your attention. Did you hear any of those screams?
Nah, man. And you know, it's so crazy because I'm that artist too. Like, you know, anytime you can hear something like that, you want to stop the show. You want to make sure, you know, fans get the proper attention they need, you know. And anytime I could see anything like that, I did, you know. You know, I stopped it like a couple of times to just make sure everybody was okay. And I just really just go off the, you know, the fans' energy as a collective, you know, call and response. And I just didn't.
Okay, so he's saying that, okay, so now I am going to say this. So he's saying that he did not hear them. Okay. He's saying that he didn't hear them screaming, but you know, he stopped the show. He was like, wait, there's an ambulance. Can they get what they, you know, get the help they need or whatever? He said that right there, right? But then he came back and two guys came on the stage and they was telling him something. And then he said, all that. So he said, put your middle finger in the air. You know, that's what he was telling him. Like, we back to business. Like, I don't want to hear whatever you saying. We are back to business. Okay. That's right, Lisa Webb, all eyes. Absolutely. So he's saying that he didn't hear the screams for help until he's saying that he didn't hear him at all. That's what he said. But now let me tell you this. This is where I got to stop and say this, okay? To be honest with you, because at that point, when he was, we went through that whole, you know, we went through the video, we saw what was happening there. And to be honest with you, Travis Scott, to be honest with you, he probably didn't hear it. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100. He probably did not hear what was actually happening. Because what happens is when you are under a demonic possession, it changes everything about you. He was geared into the energy. And honestly, the Travis Scott, this is what I want to say is that I don't know him as a person, but I would like to believe that he would not be a person that would care, you know, that would just leave people out like that. And probably the Travis Scott person would not have just watched this go down. But when you're under the influence of a dark entity, you're going to let it go down because they dull everything about your senses as far as your consciousness about what's going on. I told y'all before, anytime a dark entity enters, they have to change your consciousness. They have to change something about your awareness. That is an absolute fact. Okay. That is what's going to happen. Okay. They have to, in order to remain there and in order, you know, for you to be able to feed them, because the demons got to eat. Okay. They got to eat. I had somebody come after me with that. Demons don't eat. You need to study demonology. Matter of fact, no, you probably don't. Because if you get into it, it might have your head twisted backwards if you don't have the grace to be able to study that. If you don't have the grace to be able to look at it and take it in as information and not something that is going, you know, not that is going to actually overtake you, because now you done picked up spirits from, you know, the transference on the screen or whatever you're looking at. Okay. So that's probably not a complete lie that he didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably not a complete lie. But the fact of the matter is he heard something, okay, that he should have stopped. Okay, so 649. Let me see what he said here.
just, when you're in the show, you just enter the show, and anytime you can feel anything close to you, you know, you try to like definitely get to that.
So as an artist, how much can you actually, I guess, help in that position?
You can only help what you can see, you know what I mean? And then, you know, whatever you...
So he said that you can only help what you can see. Okay, that's what he said, that you can only help what you can see. Now, my question is that, didn't you see that ambulance in the, did you see the ambulance that was out there in the crowd? And obviously 2 people came up on your stage where people were saying, oh, that was, oh, that those were dancers. That was this and that. I don't care who they were. They came up to him, giving him some information. And he basically said, all that. So basically he turned them away. Whatever they were saying to him, I don't care what you say they were having a conversation. When he went back to the crowd, he said middle fingers in the air, whatever he said. So it was back to business. And then he made the statement, y'all know what you came to do. What did you come to do? Sir, I want to know that. Can you tell me what you came to do? Because that's a real powerful, bold statement that you just made. What did you come to do, bruh? Okay, so I'm just saying. So Charlamagne goes on to ask him something about raging. I want y'all to hear this. This was so crazy.
So, you know what I'm saying?
At 7:14, I'm just going in
whenever
a little bit
tell you to
before.
stop, you just stop. But just wasn't it?
It wasn't that night, huh? You know, raging has been a part of the culture, you know, of your shows. You know, you didn't on this night, but in the past, you've encouraged, I guess, the kind of energy that could have led to something like this happening. Do you think that contributed to the energy of this night?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's something I've been working on, you know, for a while, of just creating these experiences and trying to show like the experiences happening in a safe environment. You know, us as artists, we trust, you know, professionals to make sure that.
Okay, my question again is, what experience are you wanting to happen in a safe environment? It's a concert. It's a show. Why aren't you saying that I want to be able, I want people to be able to enjoy the show. I want people to come in and have a great experience with the show. But you keep saying this type of experience. What experience are you talking about? I mean, is anybody asking that same question? I mean, is anybody, I just want to see in the chat, are y'all wondering what experience is he talking about too? You know? Little Birdie says, yes, I saw that in the video of the show too. Men came on the stage and told him info on props in the crowd. Yeah, all that. Put your middle finger in the air. Okay, so that I'm not lying. I'm telling you, this is what they did, y'all. This is what happened. But then this man is talking about he didn't know. Thank you so much, Louise. I appreciate you. He's talking about he didn't know until the show was over. Until the show was actually over. So I'm trying to figure out, and then now and Charlamagne clearly asked him, he said, so is the raging, is that basically, is the raging, do you think that energy contributed to what happened in the show? And he said, no. But you got a whole atmosphere of rage. So I don't know about you, but if y'all ever seen somebody in a rage, people that are in a rage don't care about anything that's happening around them. Am I lying? That's no cap. If they are in a rage, that means that people are out of control. They are in a rage. This is absolutely it. That whole spirit of rage absolutely had, I mean, it was the reason why things happened the way that they did. So what are you talking about, Travis? You mean that you telling me that rage had nothing to do with people getting trampled? It had nothing to do with people actually walking over folks that had been laying down on the ground? Because remember now, when you in a rage, because he encouraged them to rage, right? So when you in a rage, you don't care about nothing that's happening around you. So, you know, if it's a couple of folks laying down there on the ground, that's their problem. You in a fit of rage. I mean, I'm just saying, this is all the way crazy. It's all the way crazy. So let's jump to 10. I want to go to 10. 10 minutes and 48 seconds into this. I want to look at this because I want y'all to hear this right here. Let me back it up and go a little earlier. Let's see. He said when he's talking about getting something out to the fans. Watch this.
Yeah, I was just reacting just literally just to get something to the fans. You know, there's people that showed up.
Do you regret that initial video? Do you regret reacting in that way, or not having all the information before you said something?
I mean, yeah, because, you know, you just don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to get something out. You know, how my message came out, I can't, you know, I can only go off what I know. But my true intentions of it, you know, was really just trying to get a message across, and, you know, really wanted to just touch to the fans, touch to the families, you know, that we here, we grieving.
He wanted to get something out to the fans, something. But I want to encourage you all to go and watch that video where he responded, you know, when he first responded. And when he first responded, there not one time did he say that I'm sorry. Not one time did he apologize. Not one time was there a true apology in that whole situation. Okay, not one time. I want y'all to go look at it. Y'all don't have to trust my word for it. Just go look at it. Just go look at it and you'll see what I'm saying. He didn't apologize one time, but it was just to get in front of the camera to save face and let me just say something. Okay. Let me just say something. Okay. That was it. Let me just say something because I know somebody going to be coming for me. So let me just say something. Now I'm going to take y'all to, this is what the Houston police chief said. Watch this.
No.
You spoke on the Houston police chief. His name is Troy Finney. He came to you, and he said he voiced concerns over the crowd energy. So what did you and your team do with that information? What you got?
Well, I think.
Okay, so the police chief voiced concerns over the crowd's energy. Did y'all hear that? He voiced concerns over the crowd's energy. Why? Probably because these people up there acting like crazy, you know, raging because that was the spirit of the house. So he came in and he voiced concerns about the energy of the crowd. The energy. Do you understand that this man was worried about the type of energy that they were entertaining? That right there in itself lets you know something spiritual was jumping off up in there. Even the police chief felt that trash. Okay? Even the police chief felt it. Hats off to the police chief for at least saying something. Thank you so much, Louise. God bless you. And thank you, our dynamic moderator. I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much for that generous super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go into so that's what the police chief said. So now we're gonna go into 14. Y'all know I like to take this thing bit by bit because I don't want to miss nothing. Okay, so let's go in a little bit before I'll let him. Let's start right here. I want y'all to hear what he says. Basically, I want you to see what type of accountability he takes.
And they kicking it with you for a little bit. I can see that, you know, this is weighing real heavy on you.
Yeah.
So how much do you feel a sense of responsibility for what happened that night?
Watch this.
Well, you know, fans come to the show and have a good experience, you know. And I have a responsibility to figure out what happened here. I have a responsibility to figure out the solution. And, you know, and I gotta, and hopefully this takes the first step into, you know, us as artists, you know, having that more insight of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the professionals to kind of, you know, surround and figure out more of an intel, whether it's tech, whether it's, you know, more of a response, whether it's whatever the problem is, you know, to figure out that and in the future, moving forward in concert safety, make sure it just never happen again, you know?
Now watch this
talk
next
about
question.
Those professionals, how much responsibility do you think Live Nation and Score More, the promoters, have in all of this?
I mean, you know, they do their job of, you know, setting these things up. So, I mean, I think you know, they when we dial into what, you know, specifically happened here, I feel like, you know, even they can kind of help, you know, figure out what happened in a sense. You know, but at the end of the day, I think collectively, everyone needs to just figure out the bottom line solution. But, you know,
fair use,
especially in concert safety, you know, definitely got to have, you know, make sure that, you know, these things are, you know, done right.
You think these festivals are too big, man? 50,000 people.
Okay, so did y'all see what just happened? This man took zero accountability. When he asked him, where do you, hey Dinah, I see you in the house. He asked him, he said, so what, you know, how do you play into this? What was your responsibility? Travis took zero accountability. Then when he asked about the promoters, Live Nation, and the different ones with that, he basically no accountability there. So basically what he did was skated around the entire question. He skated nobody. So in his words, in what he feels and believes, nobody, I mean, according to the way he responded, which is probably what his legal team said, but they should have given him at least somewhat better verbiage than that. Basically, he's saying that nobody is responsible for that. Nobody is responsible. Bella, stop that. Give me that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I apologize. So basically, he's saying that nobody, I mean, they asked him what responsibility did he have? He didn't take accountability. Then he asked about the promoters, you know, Live Nation and the rest. He didn't put any responsibility on them either. Okay? So basically, I mean, that who's taking responsibility? Nobody. I mean, he blatantly took no accountability. He blatantly did not place any responsibility or accountability on the promoters either. So I want y'all to just see the caliber of person that you know, I really want y'all to see that. And I'm not going in, or I'm not coming for him. I want answers, just like the rest of us that care about 10 people dying at a concert. We want answers. So who's responsible? Because you already said that the energy, you know, are raging, because Charlamagne asked him, said, well, do you think that contributed to what happened that night? He blatantly said no. But then the police chief came back and said, listen, he went to Travis in his trailer and said, listen, I got concerns about the energy of this crowd. Of course you got concerns of the energy with the crowd. You done told these people to basically rage. So raging means out of control. I don't care about what's going on around me, because that's what rage is about, is it not? Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm giving y'all what's happening here. Talk to me. All right. So let's go to 1832. Maybe I will go in a little bit before that so y'all can really hear what he's talking about. He's going to ask him, did you do, you know, basically, did you do everything you could?
And just bring that energy to the city. So I definitely want to, you know, step in to figure out, you know, how can we fix this in the future? What can we do to, you know, change these things, you know?
Do you feel like you did everything you possibly could to help in that situation?
Yes.
Look at his demeanor.
Sure, yes.
Y'all see, he said he did everything that he could. But when the two guys came to you to have a conversation, which folks that came for me, oh, that was Travis Scott's dancers. I don't care who it was. They were having a conversation with Travis on the stage. He said to them, all that. Then he said, middle fingers in the air. Middle fingers in the air. Then he made another statement. Y'all know what you came to do. Who is y'all, though? Who is y'all? I want to know who is y'all and what did they come to do? Because I want them kind of questions answered. Can you answer that question? Oh, I want that question answered. Okay. So I don't want to hear you did everything that you could do. I don't want to hear that. Because there is enough press, there's enough connections, enough mic'd up. You got earphones on, people got you mic'd up everywhere. You know what's even going on backstage. Live Nation. Let me take you back to 1640. I'm gonna show y'all. I wasn't gonna put this in here, but I'm gonna show y'all what Live Nation said. Hold on. This is what Live Nation released. Watch this. This is what Live Nation said.
Do that, and you kind of like dial in, okay, what could we do better to fix this overall for general concert safety? I think we figure out the problem, and make it better for people to have better live experiences.
Live Nation reportedly agreed to end the concert early after the Houston PD and the fire department declared it a mass casualty event, but the concert continued for another 40 minutes. Was there ever any communication to you on stage that you should end this?
Well, yeah, I mean, they just told me right after, the guests get off stage, we're going to end the show, and that's what we did. Other than that, there was no other communication.
So after the guests?
That was a blatant lie. Live Nation said that they were going to end, they wanted to end the show. Hello, Live Nation was the promoter of the event. If that is indeed what they said, don't y'all think? I just want somebody to talk to me. If Live Nation truly stated that they had agreed to end the show early, but he continued on another 40 minutes, who's at fault for that? Who's at fault for that? Because this is what they said. This is what they said. They said that that's what he said, that they agreed to end the show early. So I want to understand what's happening here. Okay. Roro G said, first of all, it's about money. So walking into the mouth of Travis fans entered the arena in Houston is concerning. Portals. He's going to be sued $100 million because he, Live Nation, and whomever will be paid. Okay. Well, he said, that's what he said. He said that basically, this is what Charlamagne said the Live Nation said that they agreed to end the show early, but it continued another 40 minutes after. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, they said that after the guests come out that he can leave the show. No, listen, when them people came to him right there, that was probably about 40 minutes before the show ended, when them two guys came up there and said something to him. I mean, I'm just saying, when the guys got up there and had a conversation, when those of you that came for me, those were his dancers. They went back there. Y'all heard what they said, Live Nation said in the show. In the show. So it's my belief that when them two guys came up there and communicated to him, I believe that's what they said. Then he said, all that. Because at the end of the day, he got the microphone. Unless they're going to shut down all the band and the lights and everything else, everybody's going to follow what Travis is doing. So wasn't it about maybe 40 minutes before the show ended when them two guys came up there? That's probably when Live Nation said, listen, you need to stop the show. This one right here decided that he wasn't going to stop the show because y'all know what you came to do. Oh, I want answers. Y'all heard what Live Nation said. Y'all heard what they said. So let's go ahead and jump on over. We're gonna go on and jump to We're gonna go on and jump to this. This is where I get indignant. I want y'all to, we're gonna jump to about 24 minutes into the video because the rest of it was just kind of like, you know, him and on and all of that. So here we go. Go ahead, Travis. Just go ahead and dig a deeper ditch for yourself. Go ahead.
Track your, oxygen levels, track if you're gonna be sick.
Now watch what he says here, because Charlamagne asked him something key. Watch this. Now he said he didn't get no other communication.
I wonder, is there a way to even prepare for this? Because nobody, like you said, when you're doing the planning for a show like this, nobody is planning for this to happen. So how do you even prepare for something like this to happen?
I don't know. And I feel like when it comes out a little bit more how this could have happened, I feel like that's how we can kind of attack that. But even I was thinking in ways like tech solutions. People come into these festivals with these bands that only scan you in, right? You have all type of tech now that can track your heart, can track your, oxygen levels, can track if you're gonna be sick. You can put things now if you're gonna be, get lost. There's all type of ways now. I feel like that can be the band that only gets you access to entry or to.
Okay, so here's my thing. So you know about all of these types of different technologies that can track your heartbeat when you get lost and everything. So y'all, you know about all of this sophisticated technology, but you didn't have technology sophisticated enough to tell you that 10 people or 8 people had died in the crowd. Man, I'm getting mad now. Y'all, I'm getting mad. Let me just respond. It's 10 people dead and hundreds injured. But you sitting up on this screen talking about all of these sophisticated, intelligent technologies. But none of those technologies could have been used for you to basically to stop the show. Negro, please. And I can say that because I am one. Okay? I can say that. This right here is disrespectful. It's just disrespectful. I mean, blatant disrespect. You talk about, you didn't hear nothing about. I got to make this point because I got to sit right here for a second. You make this point that you didn't know about anything that was happening in the crowd. Okay? You didn't know about anything that was happening in the crowd. But now you sit up here and say out of your mouth about all of these different technologies and sophisticated bands that could track your heartbeat, that if you're lost, people can find you, which is, by the way, he's talking about the mark of the beast. I said it. The chip that they want to put in you. Yeah, that part. He probably already got one. But anyway, but you sit up here and talk about all of these sophisticated technologies. But you, being the person, the star of the show, didn't have access to any technology to tell you that 8 people just died at your show, or that you got people that are experiencing cardiac arrest. Okay? I'm just saying. So when you come for me, when y'all got this argument and y'all come for me in the comments, what I want you to do is, when you come for me in the comments, why don't you give a valid reason as to why Travis knows about, and his team knows about, all of these sophisticated technologies that can be used on people, but you didn't have enough sophisticated technology to let you know that people were dying at your show. Man, get out of here with that trash. Get out of here with that trash. You lying. I hope you see this video. I hope you see this video. This is disrespectful. Just straight disrespectful. Man, I mean, I don't think you can get no more disrespectful than that. You talk about all these technologies, all the money you got. And then they did tell you that somebody was dying. That's what them two, I believe in my soul, Live Nation said stop the show. Them 2 boys came out there, told you what to do, and all that. Middle finger in the air. Y'all know what you came to do. Yeah, you did. You came to, the demons had to eat. You tweeted it out. It's gonna be a feast on Friday. Oh, they ate that night. Oh, it's a blood sacrifice all day. All day. And I don't care who comes in the comment section and say whatever. You need to make an argument and talk to me. Tell me why this man knows about all of this sophisticated technology, but he didn't have enough sophisticated technology to let him know that something was happening, that these people were dying. Get out of here with that trash. Get out of here with that. I don't want to hear it. You don't have an argument for that. Now, y'all listen to what else he says. Now, this is the real deal that's coming up.
The food line or to food trucks can now be solvable to helping save lives, can now be more of a response to people that are now on site and on ground. I feel like that could be a way, or, even just figuring out what the exact solution, what the exact problem was, and dialing more into that. I think you can I feel like there is a way. I just think it needs to be time spent on figuring that out.
Have you been able to have any personal conversations with any of the families who lost loved ones?
I was able to, but I just want to respect the privacy of the conversation, and I'm thankful for them for even allowing me to have the conversation. So, yeah.
How did you feel when some of the families rejected your offer to pay for the funerals?
All things are understandable, and at a time they're grieving and they're trying to find understanding, and they want answers.
Fair use.
It's not about that. I'm always gonna be here, to want to help them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna I gotta continue to just show up for that. I just wanted to make sure that they knew that I was there for them. And continue to be there for them. I think that's just more so what it's about for that. Yeah.
Some people say, yeah.
Why weren't you there for the people that before they died? Why weren't you there for them? Is what I want to know with all of this sophisticated technology. Now you want the families to know that you're there for them? Oh, why? After their loved ones got sacrificed? Yeah. Okay. Watch this, y'all.
Your music played a role in this. Like I've seen them, cite lyrics, that encourage this kind of behavior. I've seen them say your music is demonic and this was a satanic ritual. You think your music is to blame?
No. I'm a man of God. So that's the first thing first. And,
Did y'all? Y'all hear them crickets? He said that he was a man of God. Did anybody hear that? He said he was a man of God. I just want to know if y'all, yeah. I got to pause for the calls on that one. I really do. I got to pause for the calls. Seriously. Y'all hear them crickets? That's how it was when I heard him say that. I said, did he say man of God? I just want to understand, did he say man of God? Is that what he said? He said man of God. That's what I thought he said, was man of God. That part. So you a man of God now. You a man of God. Wait a minute. Hold on. You are a man of God that allowed this right here to happen. Hold on. You're a man of God. But when you come for me, I want you to explain this. When you come for me, I want you to explain this. And classic MC. Hold on, let me get over here. Let me say, hold on. Classic MG says, spare me with all of the sound effects, just talk. First of all, this is my live stream. If you don't want to hear the sound effects, you can get out, whoever you are. Okay. So you don't run this, partner. Okay. You don't run this. So you say something else and you can get out. You can go ahead and get blocked. But let me tell you one thing is what you're not going to do is come up in my live stream and tell me how to get down. How about that? Okay. Yeah. And it's okay. He said that he was a man of God. You're not about to be the star of this show. So shut up and listen, or make a comment that is commensurate with what I'm talking about. I said it. Shut up and listen or get out. But if you're going to be in my comments or you're going to be in my chat, you're going to listen to what I got to say. I will never go to somebody's chat and get disrespectful. This is an option. You don't have to be here. You don't tell me what to say in my chat, partner. Okay, so there we go right there. So if you didn't think I had a hood side to me, oh, I do. Oh, I do. Oh, I got a hood side. I can get hood when I want to. So I said what I said. Shut up and listen. Whoever M's classic MG. Yeah. So yeah. Goodbye. Get on out of here. You don't go into somebody's live stream disrespecting them like that. If you don't want to hear what they got to say, then get out. And don't never come back. How about that? Because the people that are here to hear what I got to say. You're not about to come up in my live stream and disrespect me. I can play crickets when I get ready. That's right. That's it. Joe Ray, get him. I wish you would come up in my live stream and think I ain't watching what's going on. I see what's going on. He probably was one of them. He probably didn't have his dusty behind up over there at the Travis Scott event. He ain't going, but he coming, bringing his dusty behind up in here, trying to tell me, talking about don't talk. Get in my comment section and say something. I don't care if you write a whole book. It's going to get blocked and deleted. There you go. Okay, because you get up in it now, you want to get in the comment section and talk your mess, but you ain't gonna come up in here and I'm live, and you gonna say that in my live stream, partner. Get out of here, beat it, buddy, beat it, shut up or beat it, and he beat it. There you go, right there. Okay, no, we ain't doing that. So y'all heard what he said. He said that he was a man of God. I couldn't get past that. But listen, let me go to this place right here because I want y'all to see. He said that he was a man of God. He's a man of God and doing this right here. Thank you so much, Andre. He said, I apologize for off topic. I just had the most incredible synchronous event from the Holy Spirit relating to your video and progress from yesterday. Now I need strength to trust. Woo! That video was powerful. Listen, y'all, I sat back and watched it again. When I tell you that was the Holy Spirit, that was the Holy Spirit. Thank you so much, Andre. I appreciate you sowing. And I'm so happy that God blessed you and it blessed your soul. Amen. Amen. I see you, Linda. Thank you so much for that generous super chat, Andre, and thank God for that. I see you, Linda. Yeah, you ain't gonna come up in here and just disrespect me like that. Talking about quit talking. If you don't get up out of here, you better get out of here with that mess. You don't tell me what to do in my own live stream. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is a man of God, right? This is a man of God. So let's do this. I'm gonna stop sharing that, and let me go to this right here. Let me go to this screen right here. He's a man of God. So I want to show y'all what men of God like him do. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. He is a man of God, which is not a complete lie, but it ain't the God that we serve. So here we go. Let's share it. Share screen. Chrome. Okay, let's see. There we go. The stage design. Okay, so this right here is the stage design. Let's see. Okay, so this right here is the stage design. And this is a upside down cross. He said he was a man of God. Talk to me. Talk to me. He said he was a man of God. This is an upside down cross, but you a man of God. Okay, let's go back. I'm just saying. I can't make it up. That's just what happened. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said he was a man of God. So let's go back to the interview. Let's see. Conversation. There we go. Let's go. Let's share this.
So it's just, yeah, that's that.
Cite lyrics, that encourage this kind of behavior. I've seen him say your music is demonic and this was a satanic ritual. You think your music is to blame?
I mean, no. I'm a man of God. So that's the first thing first. And
this is amazing.
So it's just, yeah, that's that.
You're a man of God with an upside down cross at your show. Okay. All right. I guess we can go with that. What did Mike say? Hold on. What did he say? Who you talking to? Who you talking to, Potted Jam? Who said something? Who said something? Potted Jam, let me know if somebody said something to you. Because I protect my people in here. You ain't going to come up in here and run mine. And you ain't going to give my people in the chat. You're not going to make them have a negative experience when we're trying to understand what this warlock is doing. That's what I call. I said it. I called him one.
And, your music is just like self-expression. You know what I'm saying? And at these shows, I feel like people kind of like look at things. And if you've been to Travis shows, it's been different layers of shows, I think people are just, misconceptions and taking things to sing and,
He said different layers of shows. I will explain that to you, okay? So what happens is when you're on demonic timelines, okay, there are layers to it. So that's not a lie. There are layers to it. So so basically they don't start you out with human sacrifice. They don't start you out with that, but I'm gonna let him go on and then I'll share some more information with you.
All type of things, and I've took pride in trying to, grow from where I was when I first recorded music to now where I'm going in music. So yeah, I just think people gotta, and that's one thing with me is just people gotta kind of, experience it sometimes, and I think that's what it was. People were kind of like, even before, people were hearing about it and
experience it. What is it? I want to know what it is. Can y'all tell me what experience it is? What is that? What is the it that they are experiencing? Because he keeps talking about this experience. And I want to know what the experience is. Because most artists talk about the show. The show. It's all about the show. But he keeps talking about an experience. So is anybody asking that question? Does anybody want to know what this experience is too? Or am I the only one? I want to know what this experience is. Yeah, Carmen, it does sound like he talking in circles. Said dance with the devil. Yeah, all of that. Absolutely. So let's see what he's saying.
Come and experience it and taking away their own thing. It's always going to be an outside opinion. But, for the ones that, really believe in me and, understand what what I'm about and what I'm doing, no, that's not what I'm preaching. I always preach like love, always preach understanding, always preach, take care of your love.
Okay, so he preaches love and he preaches understanding because he's a man of God. but you also encourage a spirit of rage. Am I the only one that's feeling confusion here? Am I the only one? I mean, can you all put a 1 in the chat if you are feeling confusion from what this man is saying? Am I the only one that's feeling this? He said that he's a man of God that had that, and I showed y'all the picture of his stage in Houston that had an upside down cross. I'm just saying, y'all, upside down cross right there. But I just want to know, and you're preaching love, but y'all see, okay, so I'm not the only one that's feeling confused. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one feeling like that. So you're a man of God that preaches love and take care of your loved ones, but you are also one that encourages your fans to rage, and rage means go get out of control. Don't that seem a little bit contradictory to y'all? That seemed a little contradictory to me. Oh, let me tell you something, Speedy Rider. They would not let me interview no Travis Scott. Listen, they would not let me interview him because let me tell you, once I got through with him, it would just be all over because I would ask all the questions that they don't ask. Because see, I'm seeing this with a spiritual eye, a trained spiritual eye. Like I told y'all, become spiritual snipers, okay? Trained spiritual assassins for the Holy Ghost, okay? This is, go into the realm of the spirit and be able to do, to listen. This is all spiritual. This is all spirit. I mean, what happened with this whole experience? He's not telling y'all. He's not telling y'all. But what this is, the experience that he keeps talking about is the ritual. That's what it is. That's right. Yeah, you have to look at you. Not only do you look at the interview carefully, but you need to listen. You got to listen to what he's saying. That's the most important thing, is to listen to what he's saying. This is why when I do stuff like this, I don't take you through. I don't want you to take my words. I want you to look at the screen and see what I'm seeing so I can tell you what's happening. Let me tell you what's happening here. So let's go back and see what else he's saying. He's a man of God that had an upside down cross. When you come for me in the comments, help me understand how he's a man of God. And I don't want to hear nothing about it was all art. I don't want to hear nothing about that, because the upside down cross is actually, let me say it. Let me get on record to say it. A upside down cross is actually blaspheme. Ah, I said it. That's blaspheme. Okay. So when you come for me in the comments, I want you to explain how he is a man of God with an upside down cross, which is blaspheme. Okay. So this is what I want you to explain to me when you come for me in the comments. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Love each other. You know what I'm saying? Get out your ideas. Never let yourselves be stopped. Love one another and step into that.
I mean, I think that's a part of it, but the music does encourage people to be violent at these shows.
You hear what he said?
I mean, that's what the rage is about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of the music is me.
Did y'all see him? He basically told him. Did y'all see? He said basically Charlamagne just got out there. He just put it out there on Front Street. He did. He put it right out there on Front Street. He was not letting him get away with that. Okay. He was not going to let him get away with that. Basically, he stated to him that, listen, okay, I hear what you're saying, but still the rage is what you're talking about. And rage is what he was doing. You're not going to, he didn't let him get away with it. Yeah, it absolutely had a whole lot to deal, you just going to get up there and just, oh no, it didn't have nothing to do with that. Hold on, y'all. Let me go down here. Hold on just a second. Let me see. Let me go back to his interview because I want y'all to see this right here. This was absolutely crazy. He just denied all knowledge. Okay. He denied all knowledge. No, it ain't have nothing to do with that. No, it, rage don't you are asking, you want people to get out of control. You want them to get out of control, but you saying that it didn't have nothing to do with that. Okay. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Sometimes talking about what I see at the shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I'm talking about the shows, and so that's just, the energy, you know what I'm saying? But the energy isn't to come and start, being ultra violent and just being violent and hurting each other. That's not what it's about.
So it's more so supposed to be entertainment.
Yeah, everything is, and it's about what you experience at the shows and what you see,
Will this change the content of your music?
Find what in the scriptures that was coming out of my mouth, Mike Bradley. You want to get put on Front Street too? Nah, I ain't gonna even play with you. I'm gonna just put you out. How about that? You don't even have to worry about him. Louise, he's out.
Music moving forward, you think?
I'm not gonna have no disrespect in my chat. You're gonna come and listen and be quiet. Or say something positive, or offer a good argument to what you're saying.
Oh, now you need to like switch up. No, I mean, I've made all different type of music in the first place. I've never was just like one lane or one genre of anything in the first place. So I just think it's all about experiences, and I feel like it could be music to come out of it. Lyricism, just emotion. Music is emotion. And music is healing. And you can just find healing and find emotion, in that,
How are you healing in rage? What about rage brings about healing? I want to understand that. What about rage brings about healing? What about rage brings about healing? I want to understand that because I don't understand that. So
just more progressive. Everything I'm trying to do is just more progressive.
You said you.
Okay, did y'all hear what he said? He said everything that he's trying to do is more progressive. Okay, so I'm gonna let him explain that. Then I'm gonna tell you what he's talking about.
The man of God, and when I even said that, they say your music is satanic. I saw the face that you made. Where do you think that even comes from? Travis Scott is satanic. Travis Scott is.
I just think it's just things people collect. People look at the internet and they just collect, and they look at things and they look at visuals, and we have all these theorists and people just thinking they're looking at visuals and don't understand, just the idea of like what art may be or what you're trying to do. They're just making up your own message, especially when you're not out there like yelling the message all the time. It's just, yeah.
And when they say this is a community event, Astroworld.
Yeah,
so they say a community event.
Okay, so what he's saying that everything that he does is progressive. Okay, so let me tell you what he's talking about. So for those of you that don't know, this is, I believe, Travis Scott's third album. Okay, it is his third album. So what typically happens when you're dealing with demonic contracts and demonic timelines is that, when you get into the business, you experience a certain level of success. But he just told you, y'all heard what he said, is that everything that he's doing is progressive. So they'll give you like the first album, maybe the second album. Okay. You don't have to do anything to really, they're going to let you continue to experience success. Okay. But now what happens is once you get to the place of that third album, number 3, now they looking at you like, okay, what you gonna do? What you gonna give us to maintain this? Because this your third album. So this is gonna get progressive. The enemy want to know, what are you willing to give me in exchange for this success? Because basically, it ain't gonna keep rocking like it is. You gonna need to give me something. You gonna need to pay up. Because this your third album, partner. So what are you going to give me in exchange for that? So this is what, so when he says progressive, that's truly what a progression is when you're talking about progression in the demonic realm. Okay. Or when you're talking about in the music industry, when you're talking about dealing with demonic contracts. Let's go back to hear what the rest of what he had to say.
It's a satanic ritual. How does that?
Yeah, it's like it's.
So he denies that it was a ritual.
You know, it's like I do this for people to have a good time. You know, we have rides, we have games. You know, it's things for people to get off creative experiences. It's not, you know, the show is at the end of the day. You know, it's like, you know, and that show is just something based on what's, you know, just things. You know, it's not like what.
Did y'all notice that this is like the first time that he really just mentions the show? Every other time that he's talked about it, he's been talking about the experience. Okay? So now he's talking about the show. But what was the experience? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to know what the experience is, because clearly there is a difference between the experience and the show. Because right here, right now, at 30 minutes and 16 seconds in the video, he's now referring to it as the show. Okay, so I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Okay, we got some people that are woke in this chat. Okay? So what is this experience that you're talking about? Because I want to know what that is. Because now you're talking about the show, which is what most artists refer to their show as the show. So what is this experience? Okay, I'm glad y'all rocking with me, because I want y'all, so y'all get why I'm making such a big deal about this experience thing that he keeps talking about. Because now you're talking about the show. So what's the experience that you talked about this whole 30 minutes before? Now you're talking about the show. Let's keep going. I'm just saying, bruh, need to offer up some answers about this experience that he keeps talking about.
Like, why don't we wake up one day and just trying to, that's just evil. That's not what we're a part of. We're not trying to be a part of that. We're trying to be a part of joy. We're trying to be a part of light. We're trying to be a part of full-blown happiness, love, you know, understanding, people taking care of each other, you know, community.
Full-blown happiness and love. You didn't mention rage in that one time, but this is what you encourage your people to do at the show. Do you possibly encourage them to do that at the show? Because that's the entity, that's the deity that is, you know, basically in control of the house. You know, y'all worshiping because you casting spells through your music. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, because rage is the opposite of light. It's the opposite of everything that he's saying. He said they are not about evil. I don't know about you, but I think rage is evil. Don't y'all think rage is evil? Am I wrong? Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Do y'all see rage as being something evil? It's out of control. How is rage, which is what you promote in your shows, how is that promoting love and light? I'm just saying, I need y'all to talk to me. Thank you so much, Louise, for that generous super chat. God bless you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I want y'all to talk to me. Isn't that different? Okay, yeah, rage is evil. Okay, it's truly evil. But you said but Travis said he's not about evil. He said he's about love, full-blown happiness and joy. That's not what rage is. And are y'all sensing some confusion here again? Confusion is of the devil. Can y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all sensing some confusion here again? Are y'all sensing confusion? Can y'all put a 1 in the chat if you feeling a little confused? Because I'm feeling confused. How is rage, which is what you promote, the same as love, light, full-blown happiness? I just want to know. Okay, so y'all feeling a little confused too. Okay, let me put my 1 in there, because I'm feeling a little confused. I'm feeling confused about what you stand for, sir. I'm feeling a little confused about it. Let's go. I'm just saying, I feel a little confused.
People to leave from these experiences and want to go out and do good. That's literally what we want. You know, we want to show them these things. You know, we put everything into, you know, this is, you know, this festival, you know, this is our 3rd year, you know, so we try to put,
he does have
every
MPD
year
traits.
We put everything into the festival
Ruby,
so people can enjoy it. You know, it's
Ruby
not about just come perform. That, not that, you know, it's things for them to do all day.
Okay, he's still talking about the show. So now he's on the show. He's off the experience. Now he's referring to it as the show. So that clearly lets me know that the experience is different from the show. Okay. So yeah, that part right there. Come on, Travis.
And different artists for them to experience too.
Has the trauma of this tragedy impacted your desire to perform in the future?
Of course not.
I've always seen performances of art of healing. For me, that's why I've always been so into it. You know, I don't know if you looked at like some of the growth from where I tried to take performance. I've always tried to, I feel like it's the art of healing. I feel like it's a moment where people have a mutual understanding. You know, and I feel like the first things first, before anything, is that we address, you know, a lot of safety concerns. I think the first things first is that, because
I agree with that, John.
Not even just for me, you don't want other, you know, artists to have to go and take a part of that trauma, take a part of that experience, take a part of that, you know, that fear. You don't want concert goers to still be a part of that fear. You want them to feel safe. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just.
So let me just make this statement. Because I want everybody that listens to this live stream, I want to make this statement. How can I feel safe at your concert when you tell me that you are about love, you are about life, you are about full-blown happiness, joy, and whatever else he said, right? But then you turn around and promote rage at your concert. The Bible says that a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. Why in the world would I ever want to come to another one of your shows when you sitting in front of a camera and you are totally contradicting everything that you say you stand for, but you promote, and you said that you're not about evil, but rage is evil though. It's a form of being out of control. It's a feel that rage is a demonic spirit. Hello, somebody. But you want me to feel comfortable coming to your show when you a double-minded man. How am I supposed to feel comfortable with that? I'm just saying, y'all, I got to get these thoughts out because people need to understand this. This man is double-minded. You telling me you stand for all of these positive things, but until you get in front of that camera and until you put that upside down cross up there and you go up on that stage, man of God, the devil is a lie. Wow. Wow. Let's go.
It's the first things first. And I think once we take major steps into moving in that direction, you know, I feel like, you know, it could be cool for people to practice that healing again, you know, and understand that. I don't think people should run.
What healing? What healing happened at your concert? I mean, am I missing something here? What healing happened at his concert? He's saying to feel that healing again. What healing? You talking about the healing when 8 people died on site and 2 others died afterwards? That's healing? Hundreds were injured? That's healing? I mean, I want y'all to tell me if I'm wrong. Is that healing, y'all? I need to understand, what did I miss here? What did I miss? What did I miss? Look, Nandy D said healing high. Okay. I just want to know, what did I miss? How is that healing when hundreds of people got injured and hundreds of people were injured and you had 10 people dead? How is that healing? And you want people to come out and experience that again. Man, if you don't go somewhere, you need, Travis Scott, you don't need drugs. Okay, well, maybe you do. Maybe you need to be medicated because I don't know what you're talking about. Sis, I don't know about religion you're referring to, but anyone can see he's not remorseful, no compassion. That's right. That's right. You absolutely right about that. Absolutely, he's not. I'm just saying. I don't see 10 people dying, 8 at your show and 2 afterwards. One was a little boy. I don't see 10 people and hundreds being injured. I don't see that as healing. Travis, let's go.
Away from it and shy away from it. I think, it's a form of healing.
No matter what you do at any of your shows in the future, regardless of how much security, how much safety you put in place, you cannot control human behavior.
Yeah.
You can't control 40, 50,000 people doing whatever it is that they do. Does that scare you?
I mean, yeah, but you also put trust in the fans too, to, just have a good time. You just reinstill that, and you continue to practice. When you're on stage,
You want me to come and have a good time when basically 8 people were murdered at your concert, actually 10 altogether. Hundreds were injured, but you want me to come back to your show. You want people, because I would never come to your show. You want people to come to your show and have a good time. And you're clearly caught between 2 worlds. You're delusional, Travis. You're saying that you're a person you don't stand for evil. But let me just say this. Let me say that's right. Let me say this. People that are Luciferians don't really believe that they are evil. They believe that they are people of light. They're just they're practicing a enlightened way of life. Delusional. Okay? Delusional.
Remind them, and even when they're there, to just constantly have messages to remind them, like, yo, look, you're here to have a good time. We're not here if you see somebody,
a good time,
help another. I think it's just continuing to reinstill that message.
People are dying, but a good time.
Help that mindset.
So Afterworld was one of several ways you gave back to Houston. You think you've lost that privilege to do that?
To be honest, I haven't really thought about that, because I've just been thinking about just community healing, and the families
healing. Wow.
All those things kind of build it back up.
That could take.
How are you going to be community healing, and rage is your intent? Okay, I'm just saying.
I don't know if you ever truly heal.
Yeah.
From these type of situations.
Yeah. And through these things, like I said, music is part of healing. And at the end of the day, I just don't think, the Travis.
Your music is not part of healing. His music is not part of healing. You telling people to get on stage and rage. That's not part of healing. How is that part of healing? And your music is supposed to be healing. And people are dying at your concerts. They're dying at the experience. They're dying. Okay.
Scott show, y'all. Or an Astroworld show, wasn't the bottom line factor of what happened here, And I think we just got to figure out what that was, what happened. But having a Travis Scott show, we've done shows, all over. That wasn't the, what happened here, something that happened here, and that's why we want to fix it, because it can happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
He said something. Okay, so did y'all hear him say that something happened here? He said something happened here. So can you tell us what happened? Because you know what happened, Travis, because you kept talking about the experience. Then you went to 30 minutes in the show talking about the show. So can you tell us what happened? Because I think that's the $1 million question that everybody want to know, including the people that lost loved ones. I think everybody, don't y'all think that's a fair question to ask? What really happened? Okay. Yeah, I think that's a really fair question.
And I think once we get further along in that, I think, it'd be a little bit more receptive, I feel.
Just you as an individual, when you perform again, what precautions will you take moving forward? Just you, just based off what you can personally control? What precautions would you take moving forward?
I'll do the same thing I'm, been doing, just double, making sure everybody is on post, and I'll do the, double down on just making sure that everyone is locked in. Everyone is aware, everyone is on response, everybody is on, on it. You know what I'm saying? And look out. Try to, if you felt like it wasn't there more, push for it to be more. Push the call and response more with the fans.
Like, what do you mean? Like, are y'all okay?
Or, try to have some sort of call and response with the fans while still being smooth in the performance. Because at the end of the day, it's still performance art. You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all see how he just totally evaded that question? He said, push for more call and response from the fans. So basically what he's saying is that he's talking about everybody being on it. But then he goes and starts talking about push for more call and response from the fans. So what you're saying is basically you just told another lie. You're saying everybody else be on it, but you just gonna go back to doing what you were doing, because that's what you were doing before. It's call and response. Middle finger in the air. So they all put the middle finger in the air. Just so y'all know what call and response is. We do it in the church. Y'all, when you're worshiping, sometimes they're doing a song where it's call and response. But here, call and response, an example is of that in a concert, like not obviously what he is, but in a concert, they would like say, hey, oh, and then the people say it back, right? That's what he's talking about. Get more call and response. That's what you was doing before. So in other words, what you're saying is that you're not going to change anything about the way you performing. The people had already sent word down there to tell you to stop the show. You kept going. So basically what you're saying to us is that nothing's going to change. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Did y'all get that?
And that's why the whole general idea about this is you want to make sure that it's all these factors are done before we even go into these things, because you want to just, when you go in, you want to have the mindset that, okay, people are going to be okay. We can have a good show. If anything's going down, people are going to be right there to be the first one to get to them, and if there's going to be any communication, communication, but,
He said, if there is going to be any communication, wait, what? He said, if somebody goes down, okay, y'all get them up. Why are people going down at your concert? Like, is that a new thing just for the Travis Scott concerts? People going down. I mean, I know people have gone down in concerts before, but I'm confused. What? I mean, seriously, Travis?
I think, yeah.
When you did stop the show, how did you see that one person?
I mean, he was right there, you had you had people like just spread it out, and so I'm looking, I'm like, oh, so I just called down, and the medics just came in, responded, got him out,
That's the only one you saw that.
Yeah, that's the only one I saw. And then, when I seen the lights in the back, I just double checked, make sure everyone was okay. I got a response that everyone was okay. Yeah.
How normal is that to see?
Now, wait a minute. He said he did a light check in the back. Or wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see what he just said. Hold on. Let's go back.
Everything else at these festivals.
Hold on.
That one person.
I mean, he was right there. You had you had people like just spread it out.
Okay.
And so I'm looking, I'm like, oh. So I just called down, and the medics just came in, responded, got him out.
That's the only one you saw that.
Yeah, that's the only one I saw. And then when I seen the lights in the back, I just double checked, make sure everyone was okay. I got a response that everyone was okay. Yeah.
How normal is that?
So how did you double check? You saw lights in the back. You double checked to see if everybody was okay. But so obviously you're able to communicate. And so obviously you are capable of receiving communication on the stage, right? Am I wrong? So how is it that you didn't get communication that these 8 people had died? Oh, wow. You just get worse with it, Travis. This is just worse. So you're basically admitting that you were able to get communication on stage. Okay. Wow. Wow. This is crazy.
To see ambulances and everything else at these festivals.
Well, it was lights, so you know, and ambulance don't really have like red and blue lights, you know.
Oh, so you thought it was?
I don't. You don't know. You just looking at his lights. That's why I asked. I'm just like, yo, is it an ambulance? It's like, what's going on? You don't know if it's like somebody got some lights up there doing some turn. You don't know, but I didn't get a response. So, you got a response from the fans. I asked everyone to put a hand up.
That's right.
I didn't get a response from anything else. So,
Shauna, Serenity.
Does it make you feel judged when you see videos, circulating of other artists stopping their shows, like to check on fans since Astroworld? It's almost like the insinuation from other artists is that like you didn't do enough, so we don't want to be like Travis.
I take it as they're just taking extra precautions, because it might not have been something that
No, what you take it as is they were not performing rituals or at least not human sacrifices at their show, sir. That part. Oh, I'm going to say what I want to say because this is ridiculous. It is blatant disrespect for the people that lost their lives. No, people and yeah, they might be in a whole ritual, but at least it wasn't a bloodbath. They might be casting spells on the folks. A lot of them are, but at least it wasn't a bloodbath and they just kept going. Extra precaution. No, they're not performing a sacrificial ritual is what they're not doing. Sir, wow.
It's running through their mind at time before, and they're just taking extra precautions to, make sure they don't run through the same problems. Mm-hmm. And I can commend them for that. I've always done the same thing, in my prior shows and at this show. So I feel them.
Yeah, you might have done those things at your prior shows, but now you're on the 3rd album, sir. And the antes got upped on this 3rd album. So this contract is going to require more for you to maintain the status and the wealth and to go through and to continue to be progressive as you stated. Yeah, that part. Okay. That part right there. That part. Let's just tell the real truth.
I just think it's been a little bit more, people are more capturing it now, like because of what's going on. I think that's just how the media works.
Do you feel like your team right now is allowing you to do everything that you possibly could do?
And as far as what?
Just as far as like anything in regards to the situation, speaking out, reaching out to families, whatever.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of legal into it, but at the end of the day, I'm human, so I want to do so much to try to like help and heal, and you want to give time for people to heal, and you want to give time, but I want to be able to like go.
I find it, I have to say this, I find it very hard to hear that he is human when you literally sat there and that 8 people were killed at your show. You knew that something was going wrong. Even if you didn't know the magnitude of what was going on, you knew something was happening. But you say that you're human. I find that very hard to believe right about now. I find that very hard to believe. I want to believe that you're a human being because I'm looking at you on the screen, but what you did, your actions were very inhumane. His actions were very inhumane.
Go and start taking these steps to
crazy.
Addressing these these problems and getting to the solutions, addressing the solutions and addressing ways to fix these things from happening in the future. Like, and I think that's the main thing. And I've always took pride in trying to lead things and go and attack things and, you know, be the first to jump out and go do it, you know? So
why didn't you do that in the case of your show? If that was it, you want to go in the first thing, you know what I'm saying? You want to be the first one to jump out. How come you didn't jump out for those 8 people that passed away at your show? And you had 8 correlating flames from that. And I still want to know about this experience that you're talking about, that Travis is talking about right here. I want to know about what is the experience? How is the experience different from the show? Because clearly there's a difference.
More than, you know, happy enough to go.
But then there's the person Travis Scott, but then there's the business of Travis Scott. So I'm sure there's a lot of people around you trying to protect the business.
Yeah.
So for you personally, like, you know, how much do you want to protect the business as well?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, people have to understand these businesses aren't built because, you know, you Charlamagne, I'm Travis. So it's like, I've always cared about, you know, the fans. I don't give a, you know, it's about them. You know, so.
Wait, hold on. What did he say? He don't give a
obviously
what?
it's like business and this, but I've always been the one that's like pushed back on vocally,
right
like,
there.
yo.
Let me back that up a little bit. What did he say?
Around you trying to protect the business.
Yeah.
So for you personally, like, you know, how much do you want to protect the business as well?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, people have to understand these businesses aren't built because,
you
know, you Charlamagne, I'm Travis. So it's like, I've always cared about, you know, the fans. I don't give a, you know, it's about them. You know, so it's like.
Did y'all hear him say, I don't care about, then he said, it's about them? What don't you care about? I want to know what you don't care about.
Obviously, it's like.
Let me back that up.
It's like.
That's right, I Spy. I
obviously
believe that.
It's like business and this, but I've always been the one that's like pushed back on vocally, like, yo, you know, we gotta, you know, this is about, hey, like, people have to understand these businesses aren't built.
I just want to hear that one more time.
You know, you Charlamagne, I'm Travis. So it's like, I've always cared about, you know, the fans. I don't give a, you know, it's about them. You know.
He said he don't give a what? What don't you give? You don't give a what? Yeah, you just go ahead and say it. You don't give a yeah, because you didn't. You sure didn't give whatever that was you was gonna say about the people that died there. You sure didn't. So that's the honest to God. I think that might be the first truth that you done said all night.
No, so it's like, obviously it's like business and this, but I've always been the one that's like pushed back on vocally, like, yo, you know, we gotta, you know, this is about, you know, the fans, and, you know, the team has always felt the same way. And so, and anytime I've ever done anything corporately, that's just how I've always been. It's just like, yo, we want to go do things.
Thank you so much, Louise. I
the
love
people
you.
that are experiencing this product is having the best
that,
experience.
Linda, best.
It's not about, you know, what we could do, like the numbers, like, you know, that's not what we chase here. We chase for people to have the best experience. You know, we want people to enjoy themselves. We want people to walk away with like just ideas. Like, wow, this is like, you know.
They say that there's no permanent friends or enemies in business. So, you know, if anybody decides to back away from Travis Scott on a corporate level, do you care?
No. But I've never.
Let me tell you, he asked him, he said, do you care? No, he doesn't care. Absolutely not. He doesn't have to care, because what he needed to maintain the progression of his contract he fulfilled that part of his contract. So never mind that Nike basically pulled their collabs with him. Christian Dior pulled their collabs with Travis Scott. I mean, it's a whole host of folks. The people that was even making his little fizz drinks, they done put him on a hiatus. Okay. So this right here doesn't phase him because the part of the contract that he needed to basically be successful or, to continue in his progression, he's fulfilled that. So he don't have to be worried about, collaborations and, his sponsorships and, people. He don't have to be. So, I mean, he telling the truth. He not worrying about if they pull out because he already did what he's supposed to do. Yeah, trailer park Barbie. Oh, did they? They sure did. They pulled out. Absolutely. Go check it out. They pulled out. Nike pulled out. Christian Dior was set to do a whole men's line with them. They pulled out. The people that make his little fizz drinks or whatever with alcohol in it, they pulled out too. It's been quite a few that pulled out. He don't care.
Into things with people that didn't know me. So everyone I surrounded myself with, it's always been, a backbone and, supportive to anything I want to do to help fix anything that could be a good cause, So, I'm thankful for that,
If the families of the victims,
yeah, that's the truth right there, Joe Pate.
Will you ever be able to forgive yourself? Can you live with that?
Nah, it's tough. It's real tough.
Did y'all hear what he asked
really
him?
Know that it's anything I want to do to help fix anything that could be a good cause, So, I'm thankful for that,
If the families of the victims never forgive you, will you ever be able to forgive yourself? Can you live with that?
Nah, it's tough. It's real tough. Because I want them to really know that my intentions,
So my question is, why?
Wasn't to harm their family at all. It's for them to come to have a good experience.
My question is, why is it tough for you to, if they don't ever forgive you, he said, will you ever forgive yourself? He said it was tough. So why would it be tough for you to not forgive yourself when you didn't do any evil, when you didn't have any ill intent? Talk to me. Is somebody in this same thought process? Is somebody in this same thought process? Because if I didn't intend any evil towards you, and this was something that I totally had no control over, at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to forgive myself, and it's not going to be a hard thing to do because my intention was pure. Talk to me. Why is it hard for Travis Scott to forgive himself for what happened? If these people, he said, what if the families don't forgive you? Can you forgive yourself? He said it'll be tough. Talk to me. Are y'all hearing what I'm hearing? It's going to be tough for you to forgive yourself because you know what you did. Bam, there it is right there. You know what you did. I needed y'all to hear this point right here. Why would you have a problem forgiving yourself when you did not have anything to do with it? You had no say in it. It was not your fault that things happened the way that they did. Why would you have a problem forgiving yourself? If my intent is pure, I'm not going to have, now it might take me a minute, after I process through things, but it's not going to be hard for me to forgive myself because I will understand that it wasn't anything that I could have done. There was nothing that I did to cause it to happen. Right? So I just, that right there, if that right there is not saying to you, man, that right there is serious. He said it would be hard. I know it'll be hard for you to forgive yourself because you know what you did. See, now you're not under that demonic possession that you was under on the stage. Now we're talking to Travis, not the demon. Yeah. Okay.
And I've always feel like I have a connection with my fans, through the music
Oh, I spy. You know what? I absolutely believe that he might have a little. No, I don't think. Like I said before, it's not. Travis Scott wouldn't have let it happen. But see, when you under demonic possession, you can't say what you will do and what you won't do because you're not in control. That demon is in control. That part.
I feel like when they come to see me, it's not just like, oh, they're coming. They coming. It's like a connection. And you know, sometimes not knowing.
Oh,
you know,
thank you, Kayla.
People not understanding like artists and where we come from. It could be a disconnect. And
God
you know, I would love
Thank
to,
you for that super chat, sis.
you know, for them to truly know where my heart's from. You know, it didn't come for them.
Thank you
for me
so
to
much.
harm, and it wasn't about a show
Thank
to
you,
keep,
sis.
you know, at all. You know, it's about for them to have, you know, one of the, you know, a very good time, and it's just tragic that it didn't.
He back to the
turn out
show
that
again.
way, you know?
Do you feel like you're being villainized?
I mean, I feel like it comes with being in the seat, you know? And I feel like they pointing the finger at me because it's my festival, or they want to, you know, I am who I am, you know, and
it does come with being in the seat. It comes with being in the seat of evil. You are going to be villainized just like Satan is, but Satan is a villain and you are too. This man right here on the screen, he is one too. Because you just clearly stated that you had access to communications on that stage, but you didn't know that people had died until the show was over. Get out of here with that. Yeah, you know it's you know you're a villain. You know that. And he said it comes with being in that seat because he knows what he did. That's why he said it's gonna be hard for him to forgive himself. He know what he did.
Maybe not a lot of like understanding about like what's going on, but you know, like I said before, I feel like I can kind of like take that in a sense. Because my whole career, I feel like people have been trying to do that, and I feel like I've shown through actions that that's not my character. That's not, you know, that's not who I am. I'm shining through positive, you know. And I feel like,
you
you know,
shining through positive, but you encourage rage at your concerts, but you shining through positive. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. That actually makes no sense. Is this man on drugs? I mean, seriously.
Understanding and with everything, I feel like people understand that what my heart wasn't there to be the villain, you know. I was there to be like a hometown hero.
You know, the day before Astro World, there's footage of you discussing the importance of giving back to your community and how much it means to you to be able to do that. Do you think people have forgotten, you know, your heart in all this and what Astro World was truly about?
You know, I think people, you know, are grieving, and it can get, you know, misplaced with, you know, who cares about that? What's going on right now? But you know,
absolutely, Greg
like
J.
I said,
he could have stopped the concert.
I just want to continue to, you know, stay on those stepping blocks and continue to do the charity I've been doing, and continue to doing the community work I've been doing for Houston. You know, I was doing those things before, not looking for people to pat me on the back for them. You know, I was just doing them just simply just to make a change. And so you wouldn't be surprised if people don't, you know, pay attention to some of those things throughout whenever you are doing them. But that's not what you're doing for, really. So I feel like at the end of the day, you continue to do those things regardless, you know?
You think you'll ever be able to recover?
What he did was he was doing those things in the beginning to gain the trust and to build his fan base, right? So that's why you were doing all of those things. That's why he was doing that. To get, I mean, because at that point you weren't at a progression where now you done got to the third album and now you got to put a little more on the table, sir. Because, you know, hey, you tweeted out that Friday that it was going to be a feast that Friday. And for those of y'all that don't know, those of you that's going to come for me in the comments and say that demons don't have to eat, but they do though. How you think they stay alive? Just like you feed your body, demons feed off of spiritual energy. They feed off of the blood of the body. Come on here, somebody. You need to get in a class and learn about this demonology that's happening right here. They absolutely do. Spirit, they gotta eat to survive too. Some of them survive off of worship, but there are others that require blood sacrifice. And that's what was required here.
From this emotionally?
You know, my grandmother, my dad, my mom, they've always told me to, you know, put your faith in God and hide behind his wing. And at the end of the day, I think you gotta, I've told.
He showed, how would you put your faith in God? That's what your mom and dad told you, to put your faith in God, but you got an upside down cross. That's your stage. That's part of your stage presentation. Okay. And you telling people to put 2 middle fingers in the air. So basically you flipping off God. Okay. But put your trust in God. What God are you talking about? I want to know what God he talking about. I want to know what God he talking about. I really do.
I always told myself, you know, things are going to get, it's hard.
You're welcome, I
things
Spy.
can be feeling
God bless you.
amazing sometimes, and things can get real hard,
That's
you know,
okay.
and I think
God takes care of me.
How you respond to things and where you channel your emotions is very important, you know, especially at a time like this.
Exactly. Trailer Park Barbie.
And
That's
I gave,
right.
you know, it was hard for me to really, because it is the first time anything like this.
That part, Pat Murphy.
I've even seen anything like this, heard of it, and it be happening, you know, to this whole community. You know, it just, you know, you kind of just, you want to be able to channel that emotion to just respond, and you got to be strong, man. Stepping in and doing the things for the community doesn't come with being, you know, too weak. You got to be able to, you know, step through these things and show people that you really
stepping in and doing things for the community would entail not inviting or not having a show where you're going to perform a blood sacrifice ritual. By the way, let me go ahead and let y'all know, just in case you don't know. Let's see. Let me go. Oh, I got to give this to you. Let's see. Revelation 16 and 13. Y'all know the open mouth that y'all see on Travis Scott's and Kylie Jenner's, their t-shirts. She has it all over her makeup line. Y'all know that? Let me see. Let me share something with y'all. Let me share something with y'all. Let me show y'all something. Y'all know that big old open mouth y'all been seeing? They talk about that in the book of Revelations too. He thought he was slick with that one. Oh, no. I'll show that to y'all. I'll show you. I'm gonna tell you what that means, okay? So y'all hold on, sit tight. I'm gonna tell you what it means, what that open mouth is about. It's Revelation 16 and 13.
Really care. You know, this wasn't just to get to the point to do this, but it was really to create active change, you know? And I think, you know, these are, you know, it's these moments right now where you gotta really show, you know, where your heart is in this thing, you know? And I think, you know, that's what I've always, you know, wanted to do, and, you know, I want to just continue to do that.
I'm glad you mentioned your family, because that was one of my last questions. Like, how important is family been in this situation?
You know, it's been important. All my family was there too. You know, so it's been important. But to be able to have them and bounce back, you know, ideas and.
You mean Kylie Jenner was there? That family? Because I'm quite sure your mom and dad wasn't there to watch that happen. You mean Kylie? That family? Oh yeah. She do the same thing he does. She had a whole bloodbath ritual on Halloween. Telling you, demonic.
You know, them grieve with, you know, for those families as well. Pray for those families as well. Continue to, you know, them also being a helping hand as well, you know, which gives me more hands to help. I feel like, which is more important.
It is sickening, potted jam.
And, you know,
y'all make sure y'all share the stream.
Them always having my back to support the idea, want to create this change, I think, you know, at least gives me more confidence that, you know, I'm not in this alone. You know what I'm saying? To help fix this, you know, for the families, for the community.
Help fix
As a superstar, it's weird, right? Because these same outlets that report on this tragedy, when something like the W couple leaks, and now they want to get back to your relationship. And whether you and, you know, Kylie are together or not, is that not strange to you?
I mean, yeah. So I don't really like only do magazines I like, you know? But, you know, a magazine gonna try to like figure out what the fuck they want to figure out, you know?
Oh, wow.
I've never did anything for a relationship for, you know.
Hold on, but this is a man of God though. But did he just drop an F-bomb? He a man of God. This a man of God with an upside down cross on his stage. When you come for me in the comments, I don't want to hear nothing about this is art. When you come for me in the comment section, I want you to explain him dropping the F-bomb. I want you to explain the upside down cross. I want you, because see, when you come for me in the comments, I want you to explain the fact that he is, yeah, his mouth is out of control, Anna. So I want you to explain to me how, and then I want you to explain what the experience is, the experience from the show. When you come for me in the comments, I want you to do that. I want you to talk about him being a man of God with an upside down cross that's his stage. That's part of his stage art. I want you to explain him put two middle fingers in the air, you know, flipping off God. That blasphemy with the upside down cross. And I want you to explain him dropping the F-bomb in his interview right here. I want you to explain all of that when you come for me in the comments. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing about his art. So that's out. So don't give me no art, nothing. I want you to make a valid point. I need you to make a valid argument, because art is not a valid argument when you're talking about the spirit realm. When you are talking about this man has professed on screen that he is a man of God. I want you to make a valid argument about these points that I have asked right here. Thank you very much. Let's keep moving. Let's go.
You know, anybody to try to figure out,
almost done.
Put a label on what they want to put it on. You know, what our relationship is, and you know, so I just stand strong on it.
So I guess my final question, man, who does Travis Scott alter?
I'm not saying that they don't undoes. I'm not saying that Christians don't drop the F-bomb. I'm not saying that. But this man said that he was a man of God. He said that he was a man of God. He didn't say that he was a Christian. He said that he was a man of God. He gave himself a title. He said, I'm a man of God. So if you are a man of God, help me somebody in the comments. If you are a man of God, listen, I need somebody to help me. Put a 1 in the chat so we can help undo whoever. Wait a minute. Hold on, undo. So I want to know, if somebody tells you that they are a man of God or a woman of God, are you expecting them to drop an F-bomb in the comments? I'm not talking about Christian, because Christian people do a whole lot of stuff. I'm talking about this man specifically stated he was a man of God. There is a difference. There's a difference, because you gave yourself a title. Christianity is a religion. You said that you was a man. He said that he was a man of God. Am I the only one that am thinking, wow, you a man of God and you just dropped the F-bomb? Am I the only one? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel the same way I do. I'm just saying, because let me draw the distinct difference between a man of God. That's right. I love that, Anna. She says, man of God has self-discipline of their mouth. I'm just saying, y'all. He didn't say he was Christian. So let's not change the verbiage. Okay, let's not change the verbiage. Let's go with what Travis said. He said that I am a man of God. So, okay, I'm not the only one that feel that way. Okay. I mean, people can say they're Christians all day long. But you said, this man said he was a man of God. Okay, well, you a man of God, but you dropped the F-bomb right there. I just need to understand a few things. Here we go with this contradictory again. You say you're a man of God, but you dropping an F-bomb on the screen in front of the whole world, and God included. I'm just saying. That's right, Dixie, check your fruits. Oh, he said, who I am a man of the Lord Jesus, who is God. Oh, well, you might have a different, I don't know, Risen Phoenix. I don't know. You might want to check with Jesus about God, because that's his father. So I don't know about that one right there, sir. But hopefully you can get some understanding with that. Let's go.
Ultimately, I guess, think is responsible for this tragedy.
You know, it's crazy because something tragic happened here.
Yeah, hypocrite.
And what I've just been trying to, get to the bottom of is just what happened here, how it happened here.
That's right.
And I think the families are owed.
Cluttered like my head.
That.
That's
I feel like, the community is owed that. I feel like we're owed that, to just know what happened here. And I don't want to just speak too soon. I just want to figure out, what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But we, like I said, as artists, we just leave
Jesus
this
was
up,
God in the flesh.
To professionals, to make sure that
you overcame death, Risen Phoenix.
Fans are having a good time. Right. People are protected
God.
and can,
God healed your body and brought you back, huh?
Best experience ever.
They're going to pick this interview apart. So is there anything you want to say?
We sure are.
To your fans, to the family of people who lost loved ones, before we get out of here.
I mean, I want everyone to just continue praying for the fans.
No, you can't fake empathy.
I want people to continue praying for the ones, the fans that was lost. I want people to continue praying for the families. I want people to...
He said that he want people to continue praying for the families, but he didn't say that he was going to pray for the families. Did y'all catch that? He want people to continue praying for the families, but did y'all notice not one time that he said that he was praying for the families? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, I gotta make my points here.
Continue just reaching out for healing.
Let me back it up so y'all can hear that again.
To the family of people who lost loved ones, before we get out of here.
I mean, I want everyone to just continue praying for the fans.
The fans.
I want people to continue praying for the fans that was lost. I want people to continue praying for the families.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to continue just reaching out for healing. I want people to continue to just be there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And remember that,
But what about you saying now? He said that he want people to continue to pray for the fans, the fans that were lost and the families. Not one time did he say, I'm going to continue to pray for them too, because my heart is heavy. My heart is heavy about this. I just really feel bad. I'm going to pray with y'all that, you didn't hear him say that. This is classic narcissistic behavior, by the way. Classic narcissistic behavior. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He didn't say one time he was going to continue to pray. He said, y'all, he want the people to continue to pray. Well, why would you pray when you were the instrument basically you were the instrument that was used to basically get them on the other side. Y'all do know other side is death, right? That was the whole theme of his concert. See you on the other side. So he got 10 folks that he's supposed to be seeing on the other side. Oh, yeah. That's what the whole theme of the concert was about. See you on the other side. So he knew the big old tunnel that you saw, that was a portal. Okay. He knew that he knew what was going to happen. That's why he didn't stop the show. I just pointed out, it said here 40 minutes for the Live Nation agreed to stop the show. I believe that's when them guys came down there. I can't confirm it, but that's when I believe that those guys came down there and told him stop the show. He said all that. He kept going. So whatever, but now he talked about, he didn't know, but then he came back and said he had access to, he knew about all of these different technologies. It was clear that he had access to communication on the stage. So clearly he knew that these people died. He just didn't do nothing about it. That's a sorry excuse for a man of God. Okay. I'm calling him what he said he was. He said he was a man of God. I'm just giving it to you real. I'm breaking it down. I'm talking about it. Let's answer those questions, Travis.
That love is just, everything. And with that, we can try to cure everything, and take steps into, healing. And I think the more we try to, continue to let people grieve and continue to be there for people and, check in on people and, check in on your loved ones and just, I think that's just like one of the most important things,
yeah, that is right.
Staying strong
Rochelle,
to this
Satan is God, obviously.
Figure out what's going on, and bring understanding to these families and to the community.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send healing energy to everybody involved, the families, those who were lost, yourself. Because nobody wants tragedies like this to happen.
Yeah.
Hold on. Bring understanding to the
thing we can do.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. Man. Yes, sir.
Bring understanding to the families that, what type of understanding? What understanding are you going to bring to them? The fact that you decided not to stop the concert because it was a ritual. It was a satanic ritual. That was a human sacrificial ritual. What type of understanding are you planning to bring to them, Travis? Oh, let me just let y'all hear. I want to hear y'all to hear him say that again.
Just, everything. And with that, we can try to cure everything, and take steps into, healing. And I think the more we try to, continue to let people grieve and continue to be there for people and, check in on people and, check in on your loved ones and just, I think that's just like one of the most important things, and, staying strong through this while we, figure out what's going on, and bring understanding to these families and to the community. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send healing energy to everybody involved, the families, those who were lost, yourself, because nobody wants tragedies like this to happen. Yeah, not at all. So preventing them moving forward is the only thing we can do. Yeah. Appreciate you, brother. Man. Yes, sir. Sure, absolutely. Sure.
Okay, so let me go back. Let me stop sharing that, and I'm gonna show y'all this right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to okay, yeah, let me go and show this to y'all so y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me go share my screen. Share it. Share the screen. Astro World. Okay. Let me share it with y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Y'all see this right here? This open mouth? Let me tell you what that is. Let me go to Revelations. Revelations. One of my favorite books. You hard when you can go through Revelations. You hard. You hoard. as we say, when you go through that book of Revelations, so much symbolism in there. Okay. So much symbolism. I'm going to read it from the King James Version. Revelation 16 and 13. And it says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the what? False prophet. Woo! Hey, faith-based workplace, I see you in the house. God bless you. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Somebody said that in the chat, that he was a false prophet. Y'all, when you're looking at people that blatantly lead people astray, he would be considered like a false prophet. That's what he would be, because he's in a that's right. Revelations is no joke. That's right. So this is what Revelation 16 and 13 it says. And let me go to the Amplified version, and I'll tell you what it says in the Amplified version. 16 and 13. It says, and I saw 3 loathsome spirits like frogs leaping from the mouth of the dragon, which is Satan, and from the mouth of the beast, which is the Antichrist dictator, and from the mouth of the false prophet. Okay. So basically what that open mouth is like it's a portal. Okay. Where unclean spirits are being released. So that's basically what was happening. That was the depiction of it. So y'all know what the mouth looks like, or what the mouth it stands for. Kylie has it on her cosmetics too. Okay. She has that same open mouth. So what it is the mouth represents, I just read it to y'all. Okay. Loathsome spirits, okay, being released, and said it would the spirits like frogs leaping from the mouth. So basically what the mouth is considered a portal. Okay, that's what it's considered as, is a portal. So I wanted to drop that T on you too, just that nugget, so you know when you see this mouth, when you see that again, you know exactly what it is. Okay, y'all know what it is. Listen. These were some very valid arguments, some very valid points that I think was made in this video. Share it to your social media. Make sure people get in to watch it, to understand what's happening. People need to be asking these questions, because technically, honestly, these questions should be answered. They need to be answered for the people. You know, you talk about an experience, we went through the whole 9. I'm not going to rehash it here. Listen, I thank each and every one of you for coming in. Y'all make sure y'all check out Pink Girl Teaches. Make sure you check out Narc Free Living. Okay. Make sure you check out my brother, Faith-Based Workplace. And I think Louise probably will put it up in the chat as well. Okay. I got to catch my sister Joy on the replay because of, my live stream that wasn't scheduled for today, but I had to get on. When I heard him say that he was a man of God, I had to come on. I was burning up, y'all. I was burning up. I know she did, Faith-Based Workplace. I got to get over there so I can see the replay on that. Okay. Shannon had an awesome live stream on yesterday, but God's business is first. I hope that I gave you some food for thought. If for those that's going to come for me in the comment section, y'all come on, but you better make sure that you come in with a valid spiritual backdrop and a valid argument as to why, or as to how you going to answer these questions these concepts and these facts that were presented in this live stream. Amen. So with that being said, I love each and every one of you, family. We had a little hiccup, had a little somebody come up in here, thought they was going to run a little something on the live stream. I don't work like that. And normally I don't have those problems on my live streams, because most of the time the people are coming to show love, and they are coming to learn, and we are fellowshipping together. But I expected it with the whole Travis Scott, situation. You're going to get people that's going to come in and act up. But where you show out with me is where you get worked out. Amen. And I'm not trying to act like I'm just this big so-and-so, but it's about respect. So if you come in being disrespectful, don't get mad when I correct you when you trying to be disrespectful in my stream. Amen. So anyway, much love and respect to each and every one of you. I love you. I want you to go be safe, and may God bless you and keep you. And I want him to, of course, protect and keep you, and really think about the information that we've discussed in this live stream. Okay, family? So I love you all. I'll see you all on the next video, and I will see you at the top. God bless you. Share this on your social media platforms. Shalom, everybody. Peace.